What is up, Wolverine Nation? It's your boy TJ Ronin, and we got him, baby. Andrew Marsh, 6'1", 175-pound receiver out of Texas, ranked 63 in the nation, number 9 overall in the composite. And I'm going to be honest, those rankings don't even give this kid justice. We are talking about a certified dog. You will see in this highlight tape when we go through it. The very first play is going to tell you everything you need to know about him, but we're going to go through it. We're going to look at the class as a whole, and then we're also going to we're going to look at the depth chart for the 2025 class, where he fits and where we stand. But I'm going to tell you guys right now, we can breathe easy, Michigan, breathe easy. Washington came hard. They had a big offer. They offered NIL, a lot of NIL last minute. They tried to make him switch his decision. They tried to negatively recruit us. But at the end of the day, Michigan responded. Sharon Moore has been in contact with Andrew Marsh. They made it happen, and thankfully, the young man chose the maize and blue. Now let's get to the tape, and we'll get into it. Andrew Marsh, in my opinion, is a first-round talent. Okay, and you're going to see this in his highlight tape as a high school junior. On the very first play, you're going to see everything you need to know about this player. His route running, like this. His ability to make a guy miss, throw him to the ground, and never give up on a play. All physical, all effort, all in. This player is everything Michigan stands for. He has the right physical nature. He has the right mentality. I'm absolutely in love with Andrew Marsh, the player. And for those who didn't catch the interview that our channel did with Andrew Marsh about 3 weeks ago, go check it out. We did a player interview with Andrew Marsh, and he just Megatroned 3 players. We're going to hit a rewind. And right here, over 3 players, my ball. This is the type of player who high points the ball, and he's a hand catcher. This kid is elite for his age, obviously. We know this. But not only that, that's why he's going to be a first-round talent. This kid is special. I truly believe that we will see him drafted in the first round in the NFL. That's the type of player this young man is. You will see here, it just doesn't even matter. He makes plays. This is a playmaker with excellent route running. He has excellent burst. His stride is great. He has a great stride. And on top of that, we know, and here's a nice out route. We know, and look at that. Rewind. Ohio State, take notes. Your DBs are going to be feeling it on Saturdays. I'm just going to let you know real quick. We'll do it again. My ball. What's up, boy? Take that. Yeah, man. I mean, we're talking about a certified dog here. He does a little kick returning, and as we've talked about in my previous recruiting breakdowns, the best athletes on the field return kicks. Now, is he burning them? No, he's not. But what I see is a player with vision, a player who's a playmaker, and a dynamic athlete, right? So that is what we're looking for. And I fully expect, and I know this for a fact, that Michigan pitched early playing time, potentially his freshman year. That was a hell of a cut. Look at the juke. And he left him with the hezzy. Get out of my face, son. And then look at his burst, though. Like, he just has this nice acceleration when he makes his move that that other players just are unable to keep up with, right? So, I mean, again, like, we are just watching an elite player who's now coming to Michigan, who's going to be a part of this new expanded playbook, which if you watch his recruitment, he even discussed that we're going to go up to Ann Arbor. We're going to expand the offense. We're going to do a bunch of things. And he's not wrong. This is what Kirk Campbell's been pitching Andrew Marsh. This is what Sharon Moore has been pitching Andrew Marsh. And there's no question. And what a play, son. Look at this. He stumbles, makes the play. Like, just an unbelievable athlete like this. I'm going to tell you guys right now, like, I firmly believe we are looking at a future first round wide receiver. Firmly believe that. Is this the one-handed catch? Watch this. One-handed. My ball. Like, this kid is nasty. And we got him at Michigan. He is going to play the Z position for Michigan. We will get into the depth chart here in a minute. And then here we go. The wide receiver actually, left him to dry there. He was there. That ball should have got there quicker, but he still made the play. He hung on. Just an excellent player. And he does all the routes. Like, that's another thing, too. You can see in his highlight tape, he's hitting all the route trees. He's doing the slants. He's doing the out routes. It's just an excellent all-around wide receiver that Michigan is really going to be able to utilize. And then I love this play here because, as you know, and Michigan has this rule as well, no block, no rock, right? So let's check that out. Ronnie Bell would be very proud of this. Ronnie Bell would be very proud of that play right there. So I mean, like, we are just looking at the next big time wide receiver at the University of Michigan. I love how he makes this play is broken. So look at him, just give it to me, throws his hand up and makes it happen, right? The play breaks down. He still makes a play. He calls for it. His quarterback does see him and he's able to make something out of potentially nothing, right? So again, just another dynamic playmaker on the field. You now have him opposite of Jacob Washington, who's also a burner. And I love his it seems he seems to have great body awareness when he's in the air as well, right? So he has body control. He knows when to high point the ball. Just an excellent player all around that we just got at the University of Michigan. And I know, people might say, well, do we have to be concerned about Washington until signing day? Well, I'm just going to let everybody know when you are recruiting athletes of this caliber, when you are messing or, you are getting players in the top 100, teams are going to keep coming. This is the NIL era. You are never not recruiting. And even when they sign on National Signing Day, they could say Xavier Worthy your ass. I mean, it's just the reality of the game. We got Brandon Hillman. Notre Dame had Brandon Hillman signed. We got Brandon Hillman a few months later. You are never done recruiting. We all know this. This is the new era of college football. You are always going to need to recruit these players, even when they're on your roster. The transfer portal is a thing. But at the end of the day, Michigan was able to secure Andrew Marsh. Obviously, he has committed. And what they're just going to need to do is just let him know that Michigan is going to, and he's going to see this year. Here's another thing, too, guys. Washington's going to win like 5 games this year, maybe 6. Okay. Like their team is very void of talent. Jed Fish is in his first year as the head coach at Washington. I feel confidently that Washington is not going to perform very well this year, and Michigan's going to be pretty damn good this year. So we will be fine. On-field performance will probably end any concern of Washington, in my opinion. But we will discuss that more on tonight's show at 8 p.m. on Michigan Wolverines Live. Now let's get to Michigan's current 2025 class and see where we are with Andrew Marsh now committed. All right, here we go. Right here. All right. So here we are with Michigan's 2025 class. It's overall ranked 14th. Andrew Marsh has now been added right there. Nate Marshall is locked into Michigan. Uh, Auburn made a push, but again, Michigan was able to secure that. Ivan Terra, we got him from Notre Dame. Andrew Marsh, a wonderful addition to the class. Kainoa Winston, another great cornerstone player. Andrew Olish, who is severely underrated and being disrespected. That should change. He's legitimately one of the top playmakers in even this entire class. Then Carter Smith, we have Carter Smith, Avery Gash, Jalen Williams, Jacob Washington, the other wide receiver, our true X, who is a burner, and then Jasper Parker. As you guys know, this is our class. It is an extremely strong class. The foundation is strong all the way to the bottom. I'm in love with Chase Taylor. Caden Strayhorn's a dog. Eli Owens is that's a Michigan player, and we are going to know Eli Owens. It's great. It's a great class. I mean, it's a very strong. All right, let me correct that. It's a very strong class. Michigan has produced a very strong class for 2025. This is definitely a class that is a strong building block for the continuation of elite play on the field. Now let's get to our Excel sheet and see where does the class stand in the depth chart. So here we are with Michigan's 2025 class depth chart. Andrew Marsh is in the Z position over here to your right. And as you can see, it is filling out. We're at 17 total commitments, 13 blue chips. And there really is not a player, and I would tell you, there is not a player in the class that I don't feel good about. I don't think is a good fit. They're all strong players in their own right for their positions that they're being asked to play. Um, Michigan is not done yet. There is obviously some players like Andrew Boateng and some flip commitments, which we will get into in tonight's 8 o'clock show. But the class is still a strong class as it stands. Michigan is not done. We are officially in flip season. There's only so many blue chips left. So Michigan's going to be targeting a bunch of flip targets, which we will cover in tonight's show at 8 p.m., as well as late senior risers. So we will, I'm sure those names will, as the season plays out in high school ball, those names will shake loose. We will know those names, and Michigan will, without question, be trying to land those guys. So here we are, a strong class, 14 ranked 14th in the nation. We are trying to get top 12. I do think Michigan has a great shot at being top 12, but as it stands, we are currently just outside. So we have it, guys. Andrew Marsh is officially a Michigan Wolverine. Shout out to Ron Bellamy. Shout out to Sharon Moore, and let's get it. Shout out to Sean McGee too, because I know that they had to put in some work today, and they stepped up. They made it happen. Washington definitely put on some heat, but Michigan was able to withstand that and come out with the victory today. And as you guys know, the battle is won, but the war is not over. I'm sure they will continue fighting. Of course they will. And I feel confident that Michigan is going to definitely make sure they do what they need to do to make sure Andrew Marsh signs a national signing day. So that is it for today. Give me a follow on Twitter at TJ_Ronin. We have a live show in 30 minutes at Michigan Wolverines Live, where we will be covering fall camp updates, recruiting updates, and much more. And as you know, it is always go blue.